When you're young, the answer seems easy. Family, your closest friends, the people you've been with for years. But as you enter your 60s, reality often changes. Life moves, people get busy, priorities shift. Then, you slowly realize that the support system you once believed you could rely on may not be so strong anymore. This video will discuss 6 important pillars that, over time, can become more reliable than your own family. This doesn't mean we should distance ourselves from our loved ones, but rather that we understand the true source of strength and become less vulnerable when difficult times come. When you build these 6 pillars firmly, you'll experience a sense of security and independence that will sustain you through life's challenges. Be sure to watch until the end. They can change the way you view the meaning of support, and once you understand them, you'll never feel alone, helpless, or unprepared again.
First, financial stability. The most loyal support in life isn't a person, but your own financial independence. Money isn't everything, but it gives you security, choices, and peace of mind. As you age, relying on your children for financial support isn't a plan. It's a risk. Your children have their own lives, their own bills, and perhaps their own families to prioritize. Just consider the story of 72-year-old Richard. He always assumed his children would help him in case of financial trouble, but when he faced unexpected medical expenses that drained his savings, his children were also grappling with their own financial burdens, not because they didn't care, but because life is unpredictable. Therefore, good financial planning is one of the most important pillars. It's not about getting rich, but about being prepared for the unexpected. Do you have emergency savings? Is your retirement income stable? Have you minimized the risks that could leave you vulnerable? If the answer is no, then it's time to act. Budget wisely, avoid unnecessary debt, and make sure you have a reliable source of income, because one thing is certain: the money you manage yourself will always be there when you need it.
Second, physical health. Nothing can replace your health. After age 60, your body can be your best friend or your biggest obstacle. Even if you have money, without a healthy body, you remain limited. No one can replace your role in taking care of your own body. Your children can't exercise for you or eat healthy food for you. Many people think there's time for later, until their bodies are no longer as strong as they once were. Consider Carl, 68, who used to be active, but after retirement, he became less active. His energy declined, his body weakened, and even simple activities became a burden. His children came occasionally, but couldn't always be there. Finally, Carl realized if he wanted to remain independent, he had to get active now. He didn't have to be an athlete, but he had to get active every day, eat healthily, and not ignore physical symptoms. Because a strong body is an irreplaceable lifeline.
Third, social circle. The biggest mistake many people make as they age is allowing themselves to become isolated. Friends leave, family gets busy, and suddenly life feels lonely. Loneliness isn't just emotional, it also impacts physical and mental health. You might expect family to be around all the time, but the reality is they have their own lives. Consider Margaret, 73. Her children loved her, but their busy lives meant they saw each other less often. She began to feel lonely, so she decided to expand her circle of friends, joining a community, pursuing a new hobby. As it turned out, her life became colorful again. She was no longer solely dependent on her family. Her new social circle gave her energy and a sense of belonging. It didn't take a lot of people, just 1 or 2 friends, a reading club, a sports group, or just a neighbor to chat with. That was enough to make life feel more meaningful. Fourth, a sense of purpose. After retirement, many of our roles begin to fade. No longer a worker, no longer a caregiver. And slowly the question arises, what is my role now? Your family may love you, but they can't give you meaning in life. That's your own responsibility. Take 70-year-old George. At first, he was happy to retire, but after a few months, he felt empty. until he decided to share his knowledge in schools, teaching children to build things, and his life regained meaning. A purpose in life doesn't have to be grand. It could be gardening, learning something new, writing, or contributing. The important thing is having a reason to get up every morning.
Fifth, emotional resilience. Every age stage has its own challenges. Even those aged 60 and above are not immune to loss, loneliness, and challenges. Many hope that children can be an emotional support, but the reality is they too have their own problems. So the best source of strength is from within yourself. Helen, 75, lost her husband after decades together. She relied on her children emotionally, but realized they were also overwhelmed. She then sought strength from within, joining a community, writing in a journal, and expressing gratitude every day. And she discovered healing can come from within. Emotional resilience is not about suppressing emotions, but about facing and processing them healthfully, finding ways to soothe yourself without relying on others. Sixth, adaptability. If there's one thing that's certain after age 60, life will continue to change. People move, circumstances change, and what was once reliable can disappear. The key to staying strong isn't clinging to the past, but the ability to change and adapt. Frank, 78, used to be very social, but many of his friends have passed away or moved away. He felt lonely until he learned to make video calls, join online discussions, and find new communities. It's not age that determines a person's resilience, but the willingness to continue growing. Those who continue to learn, try new things, and aren't afraid of change, they are the ones who survive the strongest.
Age 60 and above isn't the end, but the beginning of a new chapter in life. And while family remains valuable, the true pillars of support come from within: financial stability, physical health, social circle, life purpose, emotional resilience, adaptability. Build these 6 things and you'll never be truly alone. Because true strength doesn't come from waiting for others to come, but from knowing you're ready for whatever comes. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment. What lessons resonated most with you, and how will you apply them? Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content. See you in the next video.